Hey guys, JH, welcome to the practice tee. Okay, beautiful day here on the practice tee, windy as usual, but a nice day nevertheless. Okay, for a lot of my guys have been asking me of late, well, I noticed that whenever I do a group session, there's so many guys say, got to keep my head still when I hit the ball. Keep my head still. Guys, that's, in essence, you have to keep your head in position. But thinking about keeping your head still is not really, I think, conducive to good mechanics in the golf swing. I mean, you can keep your head still and swing like that. You can do all sorts of things. What I prefer to say and get people to do is to use the head as basically a support fulcrum for the downswing and the application of the hands and the club to the golf ball. You look at all the great ball strikers over the years, Hogan, Snead, Nicklaus, Watson, all the great ball strikers. They were always here when they hit it. And of course, I think the greatest ball striker of all time was someone who I spent a bit of time with, and I actually had, which is Mo Norman, and I had the Mo Norman teaching facility here in Australia for 10 years, so I know a little bit about Mo and his ball striking. And Mo had the best head position and fulcrum support by way of his head of anyone that's ever played the game. Mo was here. Head was almost outside the right knee. Snead was very good. Snead was here. And of course Hogan was exceptional, and so was Nicklaus. Nicklaus was very much this way. Now guys, and people say to me, how do I do that, JH? How do I keep my head in that position? Because it's very hard to keep your head in that position if the body's rotating forward like this, and particularly the shoulder girdle. What I like to do, and what I think a lot of the great players did but didn't talk a lot about, was that they kept their head in position by keeping the right, what I call the right vertical axis, back in the downswing. And this basically here was here in the downswing. And that doesn't put a lot of pressure on the head to push it forward out of that fulcrum position. When I say it as a fulcrum, I mean it's more a pivot point. Well, no, it is a fulcrum. That's a fulcrum. That's the end of the lever. That's the fulcrum. So if we use this as the fulcrum for our swing, the chin, that's the fulcrum for the right side, and that controls the right side and curtails the right side in the downswing, and lets your arms swing freely into the ball here. I mean, I know there's been so much talk over the years about getting the left side out of the way to let the arm swing through. Well, tell that to Mo Norman. Mo Norman was like this when he hit it. He was totally sharp. And I always feel good. Not that I'm a great ball striker. I'm not a great anything, but I always feel that I hit my best shots when I feel like I'm here. I'm actually counter rotated on the downswing. That's a normal process of thinking to get the left side out of the way and progress the right side in. But it creates problems for the arms and that fulcrum, that right shoulder here, and the right chin to keep the right vertical axis, which is all these components here, back. So guys, the way I do it in my swing is, and I set up quite level at address, and when I take the club back, my shoulder basically turns this way. Doesn't go this way, it goes that way. Goes out towards the ball. And I just like to feel that my right arm takes the club back, takes it back, and it keeps taking it back. Keeps taking it that way. If I had this grip and it was in two pieces, on the backswing I want to pull that part of the grip off away from this bit here. I want to push it that way because I'm pushing so hard that way. So all my emphasis is on that way in the downswing, not that way. Don't want to go that way. As a thought process, I want to go that way. And by maintaining that emphasis of that right side being there, or shut, I get down and I get very wide on the downswing. I know everybody thinks that they should be very narrow and very laggy on the downswing. Well, a lot of guys do that, but a lot of guys are very, very inaccurate in doing that. The wide guys, like Steve Stricker and Mo Norman, have that propensity, and they want to be wide on the downswing. Okay, I probably don't look like that on the downswing, but I feel like that. And even if I just have a resultant effect of, you know, a couple of inches, in that I can get a little bit wider here, longer on the downswing. I mean, I don't want to be like that, but the feeling is that I'm like that. So the message is that when I take it back, taking it back, and I'm looking in behind the ball here, and then on the downswing, I'm wanting my chin to stay there and my right arm to stay there on the downswing. So I feel like that. That's what I feel like. And that's what keeps my head back. It keeps it back and ends up with what I call a chin fulcrum. That works for me. May not work for everybody. And of course, people that have hit lots of balls with a standard rotational factor through the ball, whereas the whole right side, you know, just basically charges through the ball. Now I do that. If you look at my swing in normal speed, I do that, but I don't feel like that. And if I can get, just by feel, just a delay of this here and this effect here on the downswing, I get a really good strike. All right, we'll just hit one. First shot of the day. Really hard left to right wind. And we've got a 6-iron. Out, shoulder down. I'm going to push back with the right side. Now guys, that ball hasn't moved an inch. Perfect strike. And that's a really cold golf swing. I've been to the gym this morning. I'm very stiff. That's the first hit of the day. But I want to basically do this. Push that way and look this way. I want to actually turn my head that way more on the downswing. I want to feel like my head's actually turning more that way on the downswing. It's actually going that way now. But I'll try and accentuate it. I've warmed up, I've hit one shot. Okay, we just got to stay back a little bit more. Oh, it's still dead straight. Okay, just stay way back. That's perfect. Wow. I don't think about lag or anything like that, guys. Matter of fact, I'm a bit anti-lag. So I think about lag, I pull the club too much into me and I don't get a free arm swing. Alright, now they're just dead center. Okay, we'll really keep the chin back, big chin fulcrum. Just keep it back, really keep it back. Can't hit it better than that. I cannot hit it better than that. Oh, that's only third shot of the day, guys, and I popped a rib cartilage at the gym 2 days ago, and it just, so my swing looks a little bit scratchy. That's the reason. The pain in the backswing is excruciating. So watch this, guys. I'm going that way on the downswing. Wow. I mean, double wow. Whew. Okay, guys, we'll do a couple today, but that's the basic essence, and I'll just go into a little bit more as we go forward.